Hey guys, welcome back to Mac Music Review. Today we're going to be looking at a Pogo album. This one is called Kindred Shadow. Kindred Shadow is the 2015 Pogo album, and this is the one that I have consistently come back to along with Ascend, and I think it is definitely one of his better albums, quite possibly his second best record from front to back. And today I'm gonna talk about why. I'm gonna talk about the songs. I'm gonna review this album. This thing kickstarts with the really, it's off to a rough start. It sounds a little bit odd when the song first starts off with Sky Heart is the name of this song, but then it gets into this upbeat groove, and it follows in the trend of really strong Pogo opening tracks that really set the tone for the record. And this is one of the more upbeat songs on the album that incorporates some of the more thoughtful and slow parts, and just it really captures that beautiful Pogo energy and sense of imagination and awe and wonder in a really cool way. The next song, Forget, is a slower song that is, once again, a song that really captures the vibe of the very best of Pogo's slower music. It just sounds really nice. No Worries is almost a blend of the two, with slow parts during the verses, and then it picks up during the hook. I'll show you guys. Kinda neat, bro. No Worries is a certified good song in my books. The cinematic swirls of the trouble and that hook, and that explains the trouble that I'm always in. I mean, it's just, there's a certain magic this song captures in a really cool way, and, The Trouble is a good song. I love the extremely chill vibe of the song Your. I mean, it's just like one of those songs that's a total like tone shift where you get these kind of slow waves of sound and these more upbeat moments and these kind of cool mixes. And then you get a song that sounds like this. I hate to say this, but the album really drops the ball in the last three tracks. And then there's another song on here, Ode to Lovers, which I think is kind of weak. All of these songs in some way don't really work. The song Here Now, not the last song, the third from the last track, is it's the vocals don't sound good. It's one of those things where the vocals just kind of ruin the vibe of the song. And the music, even the production and the music is good. The vocals and the sampling work is just not the best. The last two tracks are a little bit clunkier and a little bit awkward, and are just kind of a strange vibe that isn't calming or peaceful, but just more odd and kind of unintentionally uncomfortable, I think. And then Ode for Lovers just doesn't really work the way it tries to. But there's some other huge highlights on here, like Where Is Ethan, which is a really cool, slower vibe. And Rise and Glide, which is personally one of my favorite Pogo songs. The highest energy song on the album, and one of the most high energy songs Pogo has ever made. With all that being said, I definitely think because this album really does drop the ball in those last three tracks, that this really isn't the best Pogo album. And I don't think the highlights are as high as the ones on Ascend, but I do think this is a very solid album, and better than just a 3.5. I gotta give it more love than that, so I'm gonna bring back the old rating system that I try not to use, give it the score I try not to hand out unless I have to, and that is the 3.75 out of 5, which is what I'm gonna give Kindred Shadow by Pogo. It's a good album. You should check it out. I just didn't want to give it a 3.5, man. I feel like it's a little bit better than that. But, yeah, check out Pogo, guys. If you haven't listened to Pogo, if you're watching this, I'm sure you've heard of Pogo, but he's a really cool guy, a really cool artist. I mean, I don't know if he's a cool guy, but he seems like a cool guy, and he's a really, really cool artist. I mean, no other electronic music makers sound anything like Pogo, in my opinion. He's really doing his own thing, and he's really doing a good job. Even though Ascend is my favorite thing he's done, I haven't loved anything he's done since Ascend, outside of specific tracks. Anyway, thanks for watching the video. Have a great rest of your day.